So the issue at play here is whether or not we're going to do this in a local government election. No. I said it Sunday, I'll say it again clearly. Our bill is ready to go to Parliament. That we were ready for a little while now. We will not take it to Parliament. We will probably go to Parliament, we will take it, but we will not pass it. Because there is no way that we could seek to establish a parish and it be clouded in political accusation. No. You would have heard quite a bit about Portmore becoming a parish. Let me immediately say that any change in the physical boundaries of a political geographical area will result in a change in voting outcomes, quite possibly. But that doesn't mean that you should not change political geographical boundaries. Indeed, there is a process, a standard process, engaged in a routine way by the Electoral Office, the Electoral Commission, where they look at constituencies and determine whether or not the population in those constituencies fall below a minimum threshold, and then they go and there are even attempts to say some constituencies should not exist because their population is below the threshold. Almost on a routine basis, PD lines are changed, constituency boundaries are changed. That's just the nature of political administration. That's just it. So, the government seeking to create a new political administration for Portmore has nothing to do with trying to gain a political advantage. Let me make that clear. Now, I use political in two senses. One sense is the contest for power. And the other sense is the administration of the affairs of the people. The participation of the people in the administration of their affairs. Portmore has reached the point, and has reached that point long ago, where we must now provide for the proper administration of its affairs. Its economic, social, cultural, infrastructure, security, all still open to it. And while Portmore has evolved on its own, government really set this in motion. The moment that government policy, starting in the 60s, decided to build out Portmore as a housing estate and have a large mass of people residing here. And then, through petitions from the people, would have made provisions of land for town centres, provisions of land for park, provisions of land for hospital, provisions of land for market, several provisions of land for what could only be described as everything necessary to give it its own political administration. It evolved to the point where George Lee, former mayor, God bless his soul, recognized this and lobbied his government to make Portmore a municipality. So the understanding that Portmore is evolving, developing its own economic, social, and cultural identity, and should therefore have its own political administration, is not in question. Because a former administration already established that by establishing Portmore as a municipality. Portmore has reached the point now where the administration of your affairs are really not done from Spanish Town.
Absolutely.
I am certain that Mayor Thomas will tell you that. And by the way, there's no way that Spanish Town can come and administer your affairs here.
No. No way.
You wouldn't allow it. You wouldn't allow it because in yourself you know that Portmore is evolving into its own personality. Now, the flip side to it is that in the current structure, Portmore councillors get to vote on the affairs of the other areas of the parish. And, you know, even councillors on the other side are quietly complaining and whisper about that. So all we are trying to do is to move to the logical next step. That's it. There's nothing to fear. So the issue at play here is whether or not we're going to do this in a local government election. No. I said it Sunday, I'll say it again clearly. Our bill is ready to go to Parliament. That we were ready for a little while now. We will not take it to Parliament. We will probably go to Parliament, we will take it, but we will not pass it. Because there is no way that we could seek to establish a parish and it be clouded in political accusation. No. So we would never do that. And I want the people of Portmore to be assured of that. Now, there is another area in Jamaica where its own administrative personality is emerging, and which we will have to consider some change in how their affairs are administered, and that is in the grill. And you will understand that in the grill, the town of the grill has grown, so it has grown out of Westmoreland into Hanover. And it is now creating a problem as to which municipality has charge over its development. So these are things that happen as populations grow, as countries grow, and we shouldn't be afraid of it. We should embrace it as part of the change. And that is how we as Jamaicans start to take responsibility for our own future and destiny. So we need to put aside the political fears and look forward to the brighter future that is in front of us. Embrace it and work with it.